Hello everybody, Mr. LEGO Lover 55 here, and welcome to another LEGO set review. Today we're taking a look at set 44024, Tunneler Beast vs. Surge. This set is recommended for ages 6 to 12 and has around 59 pieces. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So here on the front we've of course got Tunneler Beast fighting Surge, hence the name of the set. We've got the set info here on the side, got LEGO Hero Factory logo at the top. Up here would have been some pretty neat artwork of the set, but I'm for that cut off. Then we have the Invasion from Below logo there. And then on the back it shows all of the play features and other random stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look at the actual set now. So here is the entire set, and we'll take a look at Surge here in a bit, but first we'll take a look at Tunneler Beast. So Tunneler Beast is actually a pretty neat little, I guess, beast from the wave. I guess he's the smallest one, I believe, from the second wave, and yes, we are already moving on to second wave stuff, because I only got 2 sets from the first wave. I found the second wave to be a lot more interesting. At least in terms of like some of the stuff, because like they had all the cocoon stuff, and that I thought those pieces were really cool. And speaking of which, there's a cocoon piece right here. There's no actual cocoon in this set, but it's there. It's made of rubber. You get one of those. I guess it's used for the back armor or something like that. Definitely gives it a lot more of an alien-ish vibe or something like that. It looks really cool. This one's definitely got quite a lot of posability in the arms. You can see you've got one of those smaller length bone pieces there, so you can pose a lot with that. And it's also got finger articulation, or at least 2 points of it, so you can move those claws in like that. That's as far as they'll go in, but it's still pretty cool. Then of course you can open up the jaw or mouth or whatever. You can open it up to one click and then another click, just like that, and close it up. It's really cool. So yeah, just close it open and over again. Then you've got the legs, which are really standard. They're just 2 ball joints, and yeah. So actually the most interesting thing about this is the way they did the torso. So I'm just going to take off the arm for a second just so you can get a better look. So you can see they used the mini Hero Factory torso, the XT4 torso, I guess. So they used that here, and it works definitely really well. And then they also used this piece. I'm not sure what this piece is called, but it's a weird piece that I remember first seeing in Toxic Reaper, and they're using it again here, so that's really cool that they're using that for that. And then they're using the ball joints on the torso for the arms. So I thought that was pretty clever building. And then also with like this armor thing, they put this armor shell on a ball joint here. So that's pretty neat, and that blends well with the cocoon piece, so I thought that worked pretty well. But anyways, there really isn't a whole lot else to Tunneler Beast here. He's a very small little figure, I guess, but if we take a look at Surge here, he's pretty cool. This is actually, I believe, the cheapest way to get the Surge figure. I believe the only other set he comes in is the Surge and Rocket Combat Machine, or whatever it's called. And that one's like the most expensive set of this wave. I think that was like originally $40. Well, this was like a $10 set. So, got the Surge minifigure. You can move the helmet to make it look like he's moving in different directions. However, underneath that helmet, it just uses a plain, unprinted red minifigure head, which is always very useful to use for other things. He's also got a stud shooter, and of course, you can shoot that out just like that. So, the second wave was introducing stud shooters to these guys, so that was neat. This is and in fun fact, this is actually the Invasion from Below sets were actually some of the first sets that I ever got with stud shooters. I know they had previously come out before in like some of the LEGO movie sets, like the Bat Cop car or whatever, but I didn't get that set, and this is, I believe, one of the first sets that I got with the stud shooter, so that's pretty cool. He's also got this little communicator, I think. It uses that same printed tile, but this time instead of being on a dark bluish gray piece, it's on a blue one, which I think works a lot better. It actually goes with the color scheme of the figure. Then if we take this off, you can get a better look at underneath and what the torso is like. It's just a black skeleton body, a minifigure skeleton. And that hero core is just a printed 1x1 tile stud or whatever it's called, so that's pretty neat. But honestly, probably my least favorite part about this figure is the helmet. It just doesn't really look like Surge's. I mean, yeah, it's blue and it's got sort of the lightning bolt patterns on it, and I guess sort of like the mic right there. But, I mean, it's not as, like, streamlined as Surge's helmet was from, like, his first form and then also his Brain Attack form. So, yeah, it's not really my favorite-looking helmet out of all of them. But, honestly, that's really all there is to this set. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the instructions. So, we'll go ahead and take a quick look here through the instruction manual. So, on the front, pretty much same stuff as on the front of the packaging. And here it shows a little comic of these sets and some of the other stuff, which it's some pretty neat artwork, I'll admit. And here it shows that if you're confused, you should organize your pieces. And instructions, and the final product, and our good old list of pieces. And actually, wait a minute. Oh wow, in the instructions they actually stacked the 2 studs that are included in this set, so I think you did get extra studs with this one. You get 2. That's weird. I usually like to do that with my extra studs, but I didn't know that was like an official thing they actually did with these ones, so that's cool. And then our good old list of pieces, advertisement the combination models between some of the other Wave 2 sets. And then it shows a comic for some of the other sets, I guess, the combination models. And then just advertisement for the Hero Factory website and some pretty neat art, or I guess just a picture of all the sets. And that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and move on to the end of the video. Okay, so before my final thoughts there, I actually discovered something on the packaging that I didn't know existed, but underneath there's some more artwork of the actual set. It's sort of in black and white, but it's also got a bit of color. It's Surge fighting Tunneler Beast, and I thought that was really cool that they just put that in there. Usually I think they would put nothing there, but they actually put something there, so I thought that was really cool. But anyways, I think this is a pretty neat set. I wouldn't say this is one that's worth going back to get, but if you did get it, I think it was a good, I think it was definitely worth picking up back in the day, I guess, or when this was available, because it had some pretty cool, useful parts, especially these, like, in gray. I don't know. I don't really have too many of these bone pieces in gray, and then you also got these shorter length pieces, which are bone pieces, which are pretty cool. You also got that cocoon piece, which is pretty useful, and then a bunch of, like, 4 of these claw pieces. Again, very useful. This one does have a lot of useful pieces, but it's also just a really cool figure in itself. Just very neat for $10, and it's also got a cool figure that's the cheapest way to get it. So, yeah, overall, I really like this set, yeah, I guess I don't really have a whole lot else to say, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and keep building!